Hi everyone, welcome to T20 Stars. I'm Shane Watson. Today I'm going to be giving the debrief into our game last night against the Dehli Capitals in Sharjah. Before I get into it, please don't forget to subscribe to the T20 Stars YouTube channel. There are some exciting things coming up over the next couple of months, so subscribe now to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the updates. Now, the debrief from our game last night against the Dehli Capitals. Gosh, it was, we got ourselves into a great position to be able to win the game. For us to be able to get 179, which was a great effort. That was a really good total on that wicket in Sharjah. For us just not to be able to get across the line against a very, very good Dehli Capitals team is, yeah, it's pretty heartbreaking to get so close. But the season, just how the season's panning out up until this point, just little things just aren't going our way, or just one little moment in the game can make a big difference right now, and we're just on the wrong side of the result. And there's no reason why they can't start falling our way and we create a few little opportunities to have a big impact on the game. So we've still got 5 games left, so there's no reason why we can't turn that around. But yeah, just a few things last night just didn't go our way, dropped a couple of catches, and then an injury to DJ Bravo as well. So it's just a very disappointing loss to be in the position to be able to win the game. From a batting perspective, CSK, as I said, for us to be able to get 179 on that wicket was a great effort. Dehli bowled pretty well. The wicket initially, the ball's coming on nicely on the seam up balls, the pace on balls, but their changes at pace, the bowlers changed at pace, sort of holding in the wicket a little bit. So that's, I suppose, why Faf and I took a bit of time to sort of get innings going, just to make sure we navigated our way through those first 6 in the first few overs that spin came on as well, Axar and Ashwin. And then for Rayudu and Jadeja to finish off so powerfully at the back end of our innings really got us to a above par total. So Faf got 58, batted very nicely again, took down Rabada and Nokia at the right times, which was really, really important, especially Nokia, the way he's been bowling. And then for Rayudu, from the first ball, really, you could see his intent. And for him to be able to take on a quality bowling lineup like he did, he got 45 off 25 balls, which was so important in our innings. And then also Jadeja, gosh, Jadeja's batting has really continued to evolve. I remember I played with Sharjah in the first year of the IPL in 2008 for Rajasthan, and to be able to see how his batting's evolved. Like now for him to be able to come in and dominate against world-class bowlers as well, 33 off 13 balls see his evolution. It's so incredible to be able to see. He really is a powerful finisher of an innings now. So it's amazing to see his evolution. So I'm so happy for him because he's worked so hard on his batting to be able to do what he did last night. So 179 was a really good total. Axar Patel bowled very nicely in those conditions. His variations into the wicket, speed on arm balls, and then his slower ones were sort of holding a bit. He bowled very nicely. It was hard to be able to, felt like it was very risky to take him on. So he went for 23 off his 4 overs. Rabada bowled nicely. Jadeja got him a little bit towards the end, but his impact's always significant in the first 6 overs in the back end of the game. He went for 35, I think, or 33 off his 4 overs. And then, from me personally, it was nice to be able to bat well. Like, it would have been nice to be able to get definitely get a few more runs, but get my strike rate up a bit more, taking on the bowls a little bit more. But the way the wicket was and going into the first over, we needed to consolidate and sort of set a platform. So it was a decent innings. And then moving on to our bowling, Deepak Chahar bowled beautifully again. Like, really good. Like, he's continued to get better throughout this tournament after coming off no cricket. But the way he started to get Prithvi Shaw out in the first ball, just when he's hitting the wicket and he naturally swings the ball either way as well, and he's bowling a really good length, he's very difficult to be able to get away, and he's a chance to be able to get a wicket. So he bowled beautifully across his 4 overs. He only went for 18 off his 4 overs and got a couple of key wickets as well, got 2 wickets. Sam Curran, even though the first 3 overs didn't exactly go to plan for him, went for a few runs, but his last over was a crucial over, and that's a really great lesson for everyone out there to realise that even if your first 3 overs or first couple overs don't go that well, you can still have such an impact on a game just by making sure you stay present, you're really focused on your execution. And his balls in the second last over were crucial. And it's incredible. Like, just because things didn't go exactly to plan in his first 3 overs, his execution that last over was brilliant to be able to give us a chance of winning the game. For Delhi Capitals to have 17 to be able to chase off the last over, it's because Sam's ability to be able to execute and come back from where he was at the first 3 overs that he bowled. So that's a true testament of the skill that he's got, and also his mental resolve to be able to just put everything that's happened in the past aside and just focus on what he needed to do. And DJ Bravo bowled beautifully. His 3 overs that he bowled, 1 for 23. And I, like a lot of guys, actually didn't realise that he was off the field. I think he hurt his groin, his last ball of his 3rd over, and then we had a timeout, and then he went off the field. So I thought, with 1 over to go, DJ Bravo's 17 off last over, we should be our ability to be able to defend that last over we're a great chance. And then I looked around and realised that DJ Bravo was in the field, and no, I wasn't the only one. There's a few other guys who didn't realise as well. I think the commentators I heard didn't realise that also. So it's just the way it goes. A few people commented, even in the team, but a few mentions on social media around me bowling that last over. Like, in a perfect world, I would have loved to have bowled that over. I thrived on bowling those overs when I was bowling. The biggest challenge is I haven't bowled for 18 months. If I continue to bowl, and this is a thing I've talked about it a few times, about stopping bowling, was if I continued to bowl the way I just kept re-injuring my calves and that sort of thing, 18 months or 2 years ago, it would have meant that I would have had to retire. I would have had to stop playing altogether, because if I wanted to continue to be an all-rounder, then I would have missed so much more cricket, and it wouldn't have been I've already got, I suppose, enough mental scars of the injuries that I've had throughout my career. So I would have had to stop playing altogether. So by me continuing to play and trying to have an impact from a batting perspective on T20 cricket in the last couple of years, it's meant that I've had to give up bowling, and there's times where I really miss it. There's no doubt. I loved bowling. I loved, because I'd worked so hard on my bowling and developed my skill. But yeah, to be able to just come after not bowling at all for 2 years or 18 months, since the 1 over that I bowled in the PSL about 18 months ago, in the end it was either Jaddu or Curran Sharma, and unfortunately it just didn't work out. Axar Patel, we had to come in and smack 3 sixes like he did. He had a great game. And yeah, there's a short side, left arm orthodox sort of spinning into him as well. It could have gone anyway, but Axar was too good, and that's just shows the depth of Delhi's team right now. Marcus Stoinis just, gosh, hasn't he just continued to blossom with his batting in the back end of a game? His 24 of 14 balls for Delhi was crucial to be able to give their innings a bit of a boost at that stage. So, I'm so pumped for Marcus Stoinis. He is a seriously good guy. He works his absolute butt off to be able to get the best out of himself. He's always pushed the limits on his skill development from a batting and bowling perspective. So he is someone who you want to do well, because you know how hard he works and the sacrifices that he's made to be able to develop his game like he has. So Stoin, I'm so pumped for you that things are going really, really well. And yeah, so in the end it was just, we dropped Shikhar Dhawan a couple of times. No one ever means to drop catches. There's no doubt about that. But Shikhar batted incredibly well. Yes, he had a couple of chances, but outside of those chances, just about every ball came off the middle of his bat, and went into the gap. So he was fully in the zone last night, and it was incredible to watch. Like he batted brilliantly, and hats off to Shikhar. He's a world-class player, and when he batted like he did last night, it's incredibly hard to shut down. From a spin perspective, he knows how to take that down. From a quicks, he batted beautifully. So yeah, well done to you, Shikhar. 101 off 58 balls. There's an amazing innings and set. Again, that's the reason why Delhi Capitals are doing so well. Different people are standing up at different times for their team, and that's a sign of a very well-balanced team and a very successful team. So they're doing well. And for CSK, we've got a game tomorrow against Rajasthan Royals up in Abu Dhabi. So, and there's no reason why we can't. Those little things at the moment that are going against us, whether that's one missed opportunities or whether it's just something just not going our way with an injury or something like that. There's no reason why those things can't turn around with 5 games to go and we just get on a roll. So everyone's in that exact same mindset as well. We know we're so close. Like to be able to get so close to winning the game last night against Delhi, who are one of the dominant teams in this tournament, shows that we're not far away. So yeah. Tomorrow night, we can't wait to get into it, to be able to do everything we can to get on that roll that we need to be able to make the finals, and then you never know from there. So as always, thank you so much for all your continued support, all your comments, all your emails. I'm so grateful for everything that everyone continues to support and the feedback that you give for T20 Stars. And I look forward to the next time that we meet after the next game against Rajasthan Royals for the next debrief. All right, everyone, take care and do stay safe.